What's going on? Let's talk about these primaries. These auto primaries, let's talk about them. Let me know if y'all can hear me or if y'all can't hear me. So the auto primaries will show up. They'll show up this month if y'all gonna get in, doing a Q&A, answer all the questions, concerns, complaints, what they can and can't do, things like that. Answer all the concerns, complaints, everything. Is it for you? Is it not for you? How long it take to post, price points. We don't care about who scammed you prior to you meeting me and all that. None of that. We ain't worried about that. Just whatever questions y'all got, let's get them answered. Let's get them answered. Yeah, everybody gonna say they have primaries and they don't show up, Coach Mo, because it's definitely a high scam game. So everybody will definitely be saying that they can get these primaries to post and things like that, and they definitely can't get it to post. So they gotta have some type of proof or something like that. I definitely have proof to show that it actually works, and I definitely dropped the receipts on my page. Some people took those receipts and posted them on their page to basically show that they can post when they was just lying. They was just lying, talking about they can get it posted and things like that. Price point on the lines, Equifax only is 1K to 3K. So 1K will be the small line, 30 to 40,000. 3K will be the high line of 95,000, and only reports to Equifax. If you need something that reports to all three bureaus, it's a high charge. It's 7% of what you want on the file. So if you want $100,000 line, it'd be 7,000 if you want to post to all three. You got to give it 60 days to post. The ones that's more high, they'll last about a year. The cheaper ones, it's the first submission, so you should get it to last for at least 2-3 months, but ideally you want to use it immediately. I'm not offering the free primaries at the moment. I'll definitely drop the link when I definitely drop the link once the free primaries come back up. If you filled out, Vontae, if you filled out my job form, I definitely got your primary, and it'll be the free one to post to Experian. So, I would definitely get that to you. The free one should be posting anytime this month, unless we have some type of complication. If we have complication, then the free line won't post until next month. But the free line that I posted that goes to Experian to post this month. A lot of people talk about these primaries, but they definitely can't get them posted. So don't believe the hype, things like that. That's just, they done stole my content and basically put it out there to see. They basically stole my content. Basically, more sense. Best way I can put it. Stole my content, made it like it was theirs. Even shared my face to they platform, saying they can post lines and they can't do it. The line is cheap, so we're not doing no post after payment. Them days is over. I already showed proof that I can post. Got plenty of proof, plenty of receipts of me posting lines previously. So all that pay after you post, all that, we're not doing that. We're not waiting on you to post. Then, oh well, I didn't do this, or I can't do this, or this didn't work for me, or like, ain't nobody got time for them games. We coming down the pipe with mortgage primaries as well. Um, got a personal loan coming down with as well. Those are gonna be a little bit on the higher end. But if you in the space and you know what you're doing, you definitely can get busy. So the average person, everybody talks about funding, but can't nobody get funding because they don't know how to build out their personal profile, which you need those 6 boxes, which is mix of credit utilization, new accounts, um, student loan, mortgage loan, car loan, credit cards. You need all those things. So mm, that's how you cover them 6 boxes. That could put you in a good position to get funded. So just trying to break down the nicks and nacks, and for the people that don't know me, they can see a real person. Doing a Q&A, so y'all shoot away for y'all questions, things like that. Answering, clearing up the myths, answering any questions, concerns, complaints, all that. The free line, if y'all sign up for the free line for Experian, it should post anytime this month. If y'all sign up for the backdated line for Equifax, it should post by like the 20th or the 21st of this month. That's if we have enough accounts to post to get them submitted. If not, it'll be next month. So for the people that paid, I'll update y'all as we go or let you know what's going on with that line and things like that. I do these Q&As so y'all don't bombard my inbox with all these same questions. So hopefully I'm clearing up the myths and all the other stuff for y'all. Share this live to people that need to hear this information so they probably can get it. Share this live information. Somebody want to call in or join the live, let me know so I can send you the link. So you can definitely ask your questions live. For the people that ain't scared and need to hear the same information. So I do got all type of primaries. I got mortgage primaries that post to all 3 bureaus. I have one mortgage primary that's guaranteed to post to Experian only. I have a personal loan primary that reports to all 3. I have an auto that posts to all 3, and an auto just to post to 1. So it's a candy store. You can pick what you want. Prices vary. The ones that post all 3 is higher. They're at the 7 to 8% range of what you want on the file. Mortgage, you can't get nothing smaller than 100K. Yeah, we can set the terms and agreements on it as well. have a So yeah, the Equifax, the backdated primary, what they're good for if you're trying to get a specific call. Ideally you want to put the primary for the same amount as the vehicle you currently trying to go get. Like you don't want to put if you want 100K, you want the Escalade V package or the Escalade Sport Platinum. The Escalade Sport Platinum is like 100 grand brand new. So ideally, you want to put the $95,000 backdated line to get in position to buy that. That don't include like if dealership you go to on a down payment or if you ain't got your documents together, you ain't got your bank statements, whatever they ask for, that's gonna be on you. All we doing is posting a line for you to make sure you get what it is that you came to get. We will do another free line. The free line is a day one line, meaning it'll be a brand new account owner. I did that for two reasons. So you got to have so many accounts when you're reporting to these bureaus, and then you got to have that's how you get the lines and stuff posted. So that's why I did multiple lines from Experian. I might have to run that free primary back with Equifax. So that's how we got all those different lines where it was free, but like I said, it's a new account, so it's not going to help your credit as much as the backdated autos, but that's why it's free. I'm not going to give you a line and then you can go run the play, but some things you can do with the line. Let's speak on the backdated primaries and some things you can do with them. So I know y'all heard of auto conversions. I know y'all heard of certain funding plays that you can run with that backdated line that'll give you a better approval rate with the bureau that it's posting to. So Equifax pull in the South, a lot of dealerships pull from Equifax and credit unions pull from Equifax. So you buy this Equifax backdated line, then you go to a credit union that pull Equifax that also send out the check. You can convert that auto loan into cash. So this is a alternate funding play that you can use. Obviously, you want to pay that money back. You definitely don't want to run off on the plug. So that's what a lot of people do. So ideally, you don't want to go in with the idea that you're gonna run off, because that just don't make sense. But there's definitely a way for the people that's in the 600 credit score, 650 credit score that can't get that score up. Hey, get this backdated primary and then get the auto conversion. Basically, take that money to invest into your personal credit to get your score to where it needs to be, then get funding on the personal side. Let that marinate or simmer for like 90 days. And then at that point is when you'll do the 0% interest credit cards on the business side. That should put you in $100,000 to $250,000 range in credit. Then you'll move over your personal balance transfer those balances off your personal credit cards to your business, so that'll boost your FICO up on your personal side. And then from that point, you'll leverage it to start your business, where you can invest into IUL policies and different things like that to scale up or eventually get into real estate. You can get in a rental car game. I wouldn't recommend that. Reason being, Toro it's a bad investment, honestly. Like you going through Toro, it's a bad investment in my opinion, unless you in Miami, you in LA, you in these places that they renting Lambos and Bentleys and things like that. If where you at, the demand for those cars isn't the demand, then it wouldn't make sense. For instance, Miami, you can rent, you got a slingshot, those $20,000 easy. But Miami, they $400 to $600 a day. So it makes sense to get a slingshot if you're in Miami to rent it out, making $400-600 a day. That's a damn good investment. But you get a slingshot and you somewhere like where I'm at, where it's only $125 a day. Um, it kind of don't make sense. James, gonna go with your question. You can answer your question now. Definitely get with you or answer with you. But yeah, like I say, Toro is just kind of a bad investment, honestly, because unless you're in those areas, like if you're not in those areas, it's not gonna make sense. Because if it can happen, it will happen. Car gonna go to the pound. Um, Tires gonna get on flat. Just all that. So if you don't got a tolerance for things like that, I would definitely stay away from it. James, I don't have a site for backdated primaries, and I really feel like anybody that has a site for backdated primaries probably is a scam site. So just be careful with those. Scan to the bottom, look and see when the site was set up. If the site was set up this year, it's probably a scam site. And I just don't put a site out there because it's not. I don't put a site out there for primaries because it's just that's like a red flag to me. Like, why would you need a site to show what you have when a person can call you directly and see what your inventory look like, what you charging, things like that. So the site, be careful with those sites. Somebody got a website up that's saying they got backdated primaries, and then they only form a method of payment is BTC or Cash App or something where you probably can't get your money back. Then those are all like red flags. Hopefully that answered your question. And if not, you can definitely ask another one. Q&A, I know a lot of y'all got questions about these auto primaries, what they do, how they work, things like that. The Equifax line post this month, the Experian line post this month. Experian to be non-backdated. Equifax is backdated. We got more companies coming down. We should have TransUnion as well. So in the next month or so, we should have all companies backdated. But if not, if you got extra money and you want to pay for it to post to all three bureaus, you do have that option. It's a little bit more expensive. Honestly, you don't have to have the trade line post to all three bureaus. The way you would navigate this is whatever bureau it posts to. Um, utilize that um, bureau for funding, and then once you get the funding with that bureau, you will take it and leverage that to build up your other two bureaus. That's what I would do in the position to get the cheaper line if you can't afford $7,000 to get 100K line for all three bureaus or whatever your case might be, or for 7%. James, I'm gonna ask you a question again. So if you want to holler at me credit card, those sites I wouldn't use because those are credit. Those are credit builder, primaries. You can use them, but ideally I wouldn't use them. I'll go the secured loan route or players loan route. And if you got $5,000, put it in there. If not, at least put $1,000 into that and let that leverage for 90 days till you let that leverage for like 90 days until you can get a credit card with that credit union. So depending on the area, you need to have a Married Consumer Council or Fitness Financial Association. That'll give you access to a gang of credit unions throughout the USA. So at that point, that's how you get a high limit credit card on your personal side. Those Tomo, Credit Strong. I mean, if you can't get a bank account to get a security loan, then you'll get Credit Strong. But if not, if you can, just go straight and get a secured loan from a credit union. And that'll put you in the algorithm with the bank, or I mean, not the algorithm, the ecosystem with the bank. And at that point, 90 days of maintaining that loan, which obviously you'll get it, pay it down 95%, extend it out. So, like a lot of people like Navy Federal, but it's 20 other banks that's killing Navy Federal. So, and as you see, Navy Federal changing their lending criteria. I think they charging people a daily APR or something starting November or something like that. If I ain't mistaken. Yeah, I do Tavion, Vontae, or however you say your name. I do credit suites, but mine a little bit more effective. So mine gonna be a little bit more cost effective. It's not gonna be nothing cheap. Mine is like a week turnaround. You can inbox me on any social media platform, James, and get my number or whatever we need to do, and we can go from there. Voice message should be the best. If I got to get on a phone call with you, it's gonna cost you. So it might be your time to answer whatever questions you got, so we can clear that up for other people as well. But this is definitely an alternate way of funding. When you buy the auto primary and then you try to do the conversion loan from a credit union, that should give you a substantial amount of money instead of you getting a car to leverage to build up your credit, to get the shelf corp, to get other primaries on the personal side, to get primaries on the business side, and just things like that. That's how you can level. That's how you scale up, and that's what the gurus don't tell y'all. Like they get y'all in this ecosystem, and you just steady spend your money trying to get to the next level when you're really essentially not gonna get to the next level. Because after you pay them, you still gotta have money to run these plays. So it's like, well, I just paid you 5,000, I paid you 10,000, and you think you're gonna get a return on your investment, and the likely it's not. Like you're gonna have to get in here, you have to do a bunch of work, and then which ain't nothing wrong with you putting in the work, but you got to do a bunch of work, and then at that point, um, you may or may not succeed. So, and a lot of people gonna get frustrated, not gonna put in the work, or they just not gonna do what need to be done. So, ideally, sometimes paying them gurus isn't it. If you need to, if you need a line posted to Vontae, if you need a line posted to all bills, there'll be a 7 or 8% of what you want on your file. The mortgage can't be nothing less than 100K though. So the mortgage and the personal loan both 100Ks. So you can't go nothing lower than that. Come on now. I know y'all got questions. Let's go. Trade lines, that's what we talking about, James, right now. Like, that's what we talking about doing, adding trade lines, but these are primary trade lines. You got to blend. It's like anything else, man. Get the trade lines, the primaries, blend it with AUs and with your currently trade lines, and that's the recipe for funding. Like, getting your credit swept, getting it wiped, adding those primaries, adding those authorized users in conjunction when all that come together, you should have a pretty staff file to go get funding. That's the recipe. Like, if you don't got money for primary trade lines, then of course take the stairs. We got the stairs, we got the elevators. Ain't nothing wrong with taking the stairs. And the stairs is just you going to get the credit strong, the self lender, the kickoff, the Tomo, the small pledge loan, $250 from the credit union, and all those, and getting you 15, 20 accounts, so small primaries, and season those for 90 days and try to go and get you a credit card. If you can't get the security card through Discover, and then, get the security card through Discover, use it for 90 days or 6 months. Like, everybody can't take the elevator. If you try to take the elevator, it's going to cost you a little bit more money, but you'll get there faster. You take the stairs, it's okay. We all at one point in life had to take the stairs, so don't get overwhelmed, don't get confused, don't doubt yourself. It's okay. We all had to take the stairs. When I first started my journey, I had to take the stairs, and it cost me a lot of money to even get to this point. And I'm still losing money by the same people y'all losing money for, so I understand it. Q&A. I know y'all got questions, all concerns, complaints. This y'all time. Y'all get me on the phone, it's going to cost y'all, so y'all might want to shoot away. Share the live. Share this information. Let people know it's real. Let them know I'm a real person. All that. Talking about auto primaries, what they can do, things like that. You want to take the elevator, that's fine. The elevator route will be by the primaries. If you already got a good credit score, then you might not need the primaries. You can just probably use the funding for something. But if you want to take the elevator, it'll be add the primaries, add the authorized users, do around the funding with the credit card stacking, and get some bread. Once you get that money, leverage that credit card funding to get a shelf court, get the business trade lines on there, and then go for another round of funding on the business side. Then that money that you use on your personal side, those credit cards that's maybe maxed out or not maxed out, but the money that you had to break between those cards to get to the business, you'll transfer those balances off the personal side to the business. Now you up 100 to 200,000 in credit that you got access to capital, and that's the recipe. So if you want to take the elevator, come on, ride it up. I got you. So to boost your credit, to boost your credit from 500 to 700, I'm just gonna be honest. It's very possible in 30 days, but you gotta follow strict rules and directions, or it's not gonna work. And that's the easiest way to boost it, is not having the negative stuff on there. If you got a 500, it's one or three things going on. You paying your bills late, you're not paying them at all, or you just don't know what accounts to add to get it up. Ideally, to boost your score, the only thing that's going to boost your score is backdated primaries and authorized users. That's the only thing going to boost your score just quick like that. So ideally 30 days it can be done, but you kind of pressing, but it can definitely be done. My trade line that I'm referring to right now, it posts to Equifax. That's backdated. That's the cheaper line. If you need all three lines, they're a little bit more expensive. I mean, people use primary for CPNs all the time. It's just CPNs. It's hard to weather the forecast with CPNs. So I wouldn't recommend spending no money on a primary with a CPN, because it's just, if you can't see the forecast, then you're gonna feel like it's a headache. I mean, it's gonna be kind of like a headache. Like you're gonna be like, why did I buy this? And you ain't gonna know what to do. The average person CPN ain't structured correctly. It's just so much red tape with CPNs that you gotta, if you're doing that, you gotta know what you're doing, just honestly speaking. Like, you gotta know what you're doing. You can't be, public records ain't together if you ain't got the proper things on that CPN, if you ain't got what you need, then it's like, it's almost frivolous. Because if you spend $1,500 to get one primary on there, and then you can't get, like, you don't got a bank account, you can't get approved, then you looking like, well, King, you scammed me because you sold me this and it didn't work. No, I didn't scam you. Shit, it just didn't work. Or yours, you didn't have what you need on your file, or like you can't forecast, you can't tell the forecast for CPNs. With SSNs, you know what you're doing. The trade, if you got the backdated, I'm not for sure which one you're referring to, but if you're talking about the Equifax line, it'll post this month by the 20th or 21st of this month. I gotta have those submitted by the 14th. So you got 3 more days if you want to catch that line this month. The Experian non-backdated, it should post this month as well. So every month, the way I do it, every month, the primary's got a specific date, the date to be submitted, which is the 15th, but you got to have it in by the 13th. I'm not rushing on the 14th to get y'all names in, so you'll just miss. James, how much is that? I don't know what you're referring to. The trade line for Equifax backdated is 1K to 3K. 1K will be a 30 to 40K line. 3K will be a 95K line. Equifax only. All 3 bureaus will be a 7 or 8% of what you want on the file. So 7% of 40K or 7% of 100K or etc. Y'all share it live. I know there's people out there that need to see this information, curious about it. I know y'all know people that ain't standing on business like that and took y'all money, told you they can do something and can't do it. So share this live, man. Share it to people that need to know. Share it to y'all gurus, the one y'all look up to, so we can get in the chat and argue, because it's definitely a debate. Yeah, the primary I'm referring to is auto primary, bro. So it's not a loan, it's a one-time payment. You pay it, it posts, you go utilize the line. So you can do auto conversion to recoup the money you spent and then have some money to leverage to scale up, or you can go get the expensive car like everybody else do. And it's on you. Once I do what I need to do, everything else is on you. Sherrod, ticket on the primary is 1K to 3K. 1K being the cheaper line, 3K being the higher line. You want to post all 3 bureaus of 7 or 8% of what you want on a file. The line post this month, Equifax. Start auto conversion is when you simply get the amount for the auto in cash instead of getting a vehicle. Sherrod, I know about Zombie Dead. What's your question? Q&A, y'all. Let's get these questions in. Let's go. Let's get them in. Share the live. Let's have a little party for y'all. Some of us got kids, got to go to school tomorrow, so let's have a quick party before we go. Yeah, so it won't help you if you got two charge offs on Equifax. You need to get those removed first. But like I say, I do offer credit sweeps where it's guaranteed to wipe everything on the bureau, but it's a little bit more expensive. It's not nothing you've seen before, and it happens fast. So we can definitely discuss that as well offline. Yeah, if you got two charge offs on Equifax, it probably won't benefit you because when you're going through credit union to get funding or wherever your choice of where you're going to get funding at, it may or may not help you. So B Trotter, the Equifax line will not stay on your report. It'll post. You need to utilize the line immediately because this thing's out of our control that the line to get took off, but that'll be months down the line. But I don't tell people as far as the Equifax line that I'm talking about right now. I don't tell people it's gonna last a year because if I tell you it's gonna last a year, you're gonna be expecting a year. And then at that point you're gonna be expecting a refund, and that's not gonna happen. So ideally you need to utilize the line immediately. Like post to your file, you need to be at the dealership, you need to be at the bank, you need to be wherever you need to be to get that funding once the line posts, just so you can be in good hands. I'm answering y'all questions as they come in. Uh, yeah, so you need to go check out my content. Sherrod, I already told you don't buy the portfolio because you're gonna be stuck with it if you're not a data furnisher. So if you're not a data furnisher, you just stuck with that portfolio right now. So either resell it to somebody else or somehow get off of it. You'll need a portfolio later down the line, but right now you don't need it without being a data furnisher because you're not going to be able to post it. You can only submit data to the bureaus in Metro 2 format. So that update letter and whatever else bullshit you done bought ain't gonna work. Now, if you pay for the auto primary now, you can get the car this month, James. You can get the car the day it posts. It should post on the 20th or 21st of this month. So at that point, you'll go to your credit union that you already set up a banking relationship with prior to you getting with me on the primary. And then once it posts, you'll ask that same bank to pull that credit. That make sure you got a bank that they do lending for Equifax, which obviously if you buy the line from me, I'll give you a few banks that pull Equifax that can do the conversion and just pull Equifax, period. At that point, you'll go to that bank to get the amount for your car way before you go to the dealership. So you already have a check. So you'll go to the dealership as a cash buyer. At that point, you can go work the dealership. You make them give you free oil changes and tire rotation and all that bullshit. Make them give it to you for free. I mean, Sherrod, if you know people that's doing it with the zombie debt, if that's what you're referring to, transferring over the debt. If you know somebody doing it, definitely you can definitely have them join a live and we can argue about it. But I mean, if they doing it and they got proof, that's something out of my scope of knowledge. Because when I tried it, all the different ways that all the gurus talking about, it wasn't working. So and could nobody up until I started posting, could nobody show no real proof of recent posting that I ranked into. Now, if it's somebody higher up the chain, the higher up on the food chart, then definitely would I'm definitely willing to pay him or definitely get next to him because right now, the only thing I know is you got to be a data furnisher. I ain't seen nobody submit no paperwork to get it and reassign no debt. Like that no longer works. It's just like credit repair. You got to think about it. Credit repair is slow when you submitting letters and all that. So when you submit them documents trying to get the reassignment to work, they're gonna send them information back like you're doing a dispute because they can't recognize what it is. Now it's one way that I heard that works, but I haven't tried that one to see. So yeah, I got AUs as well. Cheap ones at that. Um, so you asked when you tried, did you ever get Sherrod, you asked when you tried, did you ever get responses from the Bureau of the Original Creditor? Repeat this again. You definitely couldn't have watched none of my content because you'll know once you buy the debt, you are now the original creditor. Like Bank of America no longer own that debt. So Bank of America, Citi, LVNV funding, wherever you bought that debt from, you are now the original creditor. So, like, just look at your credit report, bro. Look at your credit report, or look at one of your clients' credit report. If you see a collection on there, it don't say Bank of America, bro. It's gonna say LVNV funding with Bank of America in parentheses because LVNV funding is the original creditor now because they own the debt. So when you buy these debts from these people, you are now the original creditor. Why you think the debt buying field is so profitable? Why you think the debt buying um why you think the people selling debt is trying to sell you their debt for so cheap? And why you think they don't know about trade lines? Because they don't know how to get it posted. That's why when you go to ask them about trade lines, they're gonna tell you, "Oh, I don't know about that. I know a guy he buys the line, blase, and all that." So, like, just think about that. So, you're the original creditor, and yes, I got responses back from the bills when I was submitting the documents. You can call the debt. You can call the debt with the original creditor to verify the debt. That's first. You can call and say you got all the information from the original person it is. So you can call in like you them and they'll verify that the debt is real. That's one. But anything past that, the original creditor can't update that information for you because they no longer own the debt. They sold it. So how are they gonna update the debt? Like think about it. How you calling Bank of America, hey, I need you to update this debt for me. They're not gonna update the debt for you. They don't own the debt no more. They sold it to whatever collection agency, and by the time you got it, you tier 3, tier 4, meaning each level that somebody sold a debt is the next tier. So if you bought some debt from whoever you bought it from, it probably been sold 3 or 4 times before you got it. So the original creditor might not even have it on file. Just so I'm gonna put you on game for a second. If you call, say you got a debt on your credit, and it says let's say Bank of America, but Bank of America is in parentheses, and then you got the collection agent on the outside. You call Bank of America, they're gonna tell you one or two things: we don't own that debt no more, or yeah, the debt is valid, but we sold that debt. That's meaning they have no control on what goes on, so you're not gonna get it posted that way. Like, don't believe that hype. Like whoever telling you that that's working, and tell them to show you the proof. The proof should say what is working. And if the proof showing Bank of America or Chase or Wells or Truist or PNC or any major creditor, then they lying. That's not a debt they posted. That's a debt. That's an actual primary somebody account that they screenshotted or something like that, bro. They lying. Trust me. I didn't already went through that, so I'm saving y'all a bunch of time and money by enlightening y'all. Yeah, I got a link to purchase the Equifax line. I'll drop it on my story right now, on my IG story, if you want to purchase it. Yeah, you can definitely hit me up on the ground for the suite. Yeah, 1K is just if you want the cheapest line I offer to report to Equifax. But if you're not going to utilize a line immediately, bro, don't buy that line because you're gonna waste your money in a sense. It's going to be sitting on the line just gonna be sitting there. You can get the lines from me. I dropped a job form for you to sign up if you want it, but I'm live so you can ask any questions that you got. I don't offer a website because websites be scams. Don't be real people and it's gonna take your money. So I don't offer a website. I do more hands-on approach. You can call or talk to me or inbox me and I'll voice message you and things like that. Donovan, what do you do? But I have it's an unlimited amount of lines, so you can get how many lines you want. You don't need 2, 3 lines for one file. You can get one line for that file to do what you need to do. If you want a single bureau like Equifax, it's a little bit cheaper than the ones that post all three. Ones post all three is a little bit more. What about the auto conversion, James? Tell me about it. I'm not familiar with big operating systems. You can enlighten me though. I'm not familiar with what that is. So I had TransUnion last year about this time. Um, should have TransUnion the next couple of months, but don't quote me. They being stingy right now. So whenever they jump back on board, I definitely have them. I can do the auto and the mortgage on all three. The line of credit and the ROV. I'm not sure what the ROV is. I can do the auto and mortgage on all three though. Yeah, but that'll be just that bureau only. Definitely. James, if that's what you're asking, that'll get your primary and the sweep on the bureau that the primary going on. That suffice to cover that. We can get that done by the 20. So I don't have a revolving line, but it's a it's a personal loan for 100K. Yeah. I do follow him, but I haven't bought none of his products or kind of really tapped in with him. I be trying to conquer the things that I have in front of me before I jump on board with other clients and other people. So I haven't tapped in with them, but it look like they're doing some good stuff. But I can't vouch for them. So this line won't work. The line I'm mentioning right now won't work for Navy Federal because they pull from TransUnion for your auto loan. So you'll have to go somewhere like DCU or one of those banks that pull Equifax. DCU, you can convert the auto loan with. It's other credit unions you can go if you're just trying to get a car. So it's a matter of what you're trying to do with that line. It's a matter of what you're trying to do with the line to depending on where we'll go. The age on the Equifax line will be 4 years old. The limit on that Equifax line is 95K. That'll be the highest line. That's 3,000. The Equifax line that I'm referring to reports this month. The Experian free line reports this month as well. Auto primaries, man. Question and answers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk about it. I don't really have a list of the lines. I can just tell you what it is. The amount is 3% of what you want on the file, essentially with 40K being the cheapest. So that's kind of how the pricing go for the Equifax line in the list up to 95K. So the 95K is like 2850. But I just say 1K to 3K so I can round it up, and then once a person's serious about buying a job form, explain everything and what all is needed. Yeah, I mean the deal. It's already a deal, my guy. Or I don't know who you is, but it's already a deal. That's why the price is the way it is. It's definitely affordable. It's not a deal. It's not a package on the auto and mortgages. You got to get them separate. So I got one mortgage that's guaranteed to post to one bureau, and I got an auto that's guaranteed to post to another bureau. If you want to post to all three, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. So um, it just depends on what you want. We got something to fit everybody's budget, though, for sure. The Experian line I post this month, it's a free account. It's new, so um, it's not going to be like the Equifax Backdated, so you can't get the line and go straight to the dealership and try to get um, a call or whatever you're trying to get with that Experian line, because it's a fresh line. So it's looking like you just open up that account. But at 90 days, you'll have the option to pay to get that updated to pay as full. So you'll have a backdated primary with just 3 months of history, which can and cannot help you. It just depends how you work it and how you finesse it at that point. Well, yeah, it states I lost a lot of money, so about lesson is usually the best ones. That's why I'm very knowledgeable in there. The fresh auto I might do again for Equifax. If I need to, I'll just drop the list for the fresh auto for Equifax if we don't meet the reporting criteria to get everybody in. So right now, the only thing I'm offering is backdated. Only time I'm offering fresh autos is when fresh and free autos is when we get a new account set up, and we need those clients to get need those heads to get into with the bureaus. Hey, Nikki, been missing. The free line experience is gonna be randomized. So once it posts, or um we can always update the amount and the information, but it's just gonna be randomized. So you might get a 30K, you might get a 50K, you might get 100K. It just randomized. A lot of it's gonna depend on your age and files and things like that. I'm dropping that link for the backdated primary on my story now, so give me 1 second. We rolling out a new program. If you buy the mortgage primary, we guaranteeing if you buy the mortgage primary, we guaranteeing a 100K home improvement loan, but it's gonna be like a 30% fee for that. So you buy the mortgage primary, then you get 100K home improvement loan, but it's a 30% back end fee once approved. That's what I can guarantee far as that goes. The auto loan converted will be probably the easiest thing to get, just with because I don't know your credit score and your credit history, your criteria. So the auto loan will probably be the easiest thing to get. I'm trying to post on my story. I'm gonna get to y'all questions though. Give me 1 second while I'm gonna add this to my story, and then I'm gonna add this to my story, and I'm gonna get right back on with y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me add this to my story. I gotta find it. All right, I just added it to my story. We can continue. Get back to these questions. Bro, just inbox me. I'll send you the numbers if you serious. The age and the limit on the mortgage, it depends on your file itself. So that's how that works. Okay, James, I'm glad I can help you out, save you some money, and answer some questions for you. So the new credits we be rolling out, give you 10 days. It's really faster than that. Just give us 10 days to get it done, but it'll completely white for you. And we're working on the funding with that as well. Then if you buy the mortgage primary, on top of that, we do the home improvement loans where you get 100K in funding. That's a 30% back end on that. So that's definitely some I'm rolling out. Like these are all new. Yeah, man. I don't have a problem with telling my story. So we can do that at another time on a meet and greet or something. But definitely got a story for sure. I'm sure everybody has one that sounds similar. Yeah, if you set up the banking relationship with I go for DCU on the banking relationship because they convert the auto. That's one bank, and then I'll send you a list of banks upon when you purchase the auto. That's something I do offer my clients, at least help to get to you, get to you. That's something I do is try to help my clients get to where they're trying to get far as funding goes. So definitely, definitely can put you in position. You can inbox me on any platform. My guy, Instagram might be easiest if you're on there, but if not, Facebook will work. But just print money Ken on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Ken Davis on Facebook if that's where you're trying to follow me at. If you talking about if you referring to the free trade line, yeah, you missed it, but we're gonna run it back soon. So don't even trip on that. We definitely gonna run that free one back soon. I just dropped the Instagram name. I'm sorry, I thought the mic was on. I just dropped the Instagram name right here. It's on the banner in the chat, so you should be able to see all the platforms. FYI, anybody on this live watching this, I will not inbox you. I don't sell money in Bitcoin. I don't trade in Bitcoin. I don't do none of that. I will not inbox you. If anything, if you talk to me, 9 times out of 10, it'll be a voice message. So, the credit sweep, it's rolling out this week, so you'll be able to get on with that this week, or we can discuss that. Sorry, y'all, I got the volume back up. I had the music playing, and then did y'all hear that music when y'all went on a little intermission or no? Trying to see. So them are all the platforms that you can follow me on. Once again, uh I will not reach out to you saying, do you want to invest in Bitcoin, pay me in Bitcoin, or none of that. So just FYI. Hopefully, I'm clearing up any questions y'all got or anything like that. So, the money you already a client, my guy. You already here. Welcome. Welcome to the Print Money Show, man. You here. Don't even trip. You already a client. That was them all the places you can find me on all platforms. So TikTok, YouTube, Instagram is Print Money Ken. Facebook is Ken Davis. As you see, like anybody else. So that's what we got going on. Trying to clear up all the misfits, answer all the questions. So everybody don't inbox me the same questions. So want y'all to make sure y'all share the live anytime y'all see me on, share the live so people know what's going on. You do the same, bro. I know some of y'all got to get y'all kids ready for school tomorrow. I know mine got to go start tomorrow. So if y'all can't stay on, that's cool. Just do y'all best with those. Shout out to all them good parents out there. Y'all good on questions or what? Keep going. I got to explain something else. Like, what we doing? So yeah, the funding, like we was doing a live call every week and showing you like the funding. So um if you want the travel credit card, we're showing the funding for that. If you wanted the 0% interest credit card, we showing the funding for that. If you wanted the cash back credit cards, we showing the funding for that. So you really don't have to pay a funding company. You can actually do the funding yourself. So like you just gotta know what banks to hit and things like that. Everybody talk about Chase, but Chase is a big bank. Everybody talk about Bank of America bringing over auto loans, but that's a big bank. Credit union is going to be your best friend on the personal side to get those high limits quick. Govern those for 90 days. Then you go to the business side and get the business credit cards with the balance transfer. So whatever debt you accumulate on your personal side, you can transfer that balance over from your personal to your business. And then you can take off running from that point. But you got to start somewhere. So alternate fundings will be auto conversions or, buying that mortgage primary and getting close to 700 in score and getting that home improvement loan for 100K. So those are some funding things that I offer. So we definitely running it. We just you gotta start somewhere. So free my mind 24 to do the conversion. You have to apply through the bank, and at the bank you'll go to dealership route. You send your buying from a dealership, and then at that point, once you get approved, they'll mail the check to you, and you'll have two options that we'll discuss, and that'll be either install the check or overnight the check, or I'll send the tracking label to you. And then at that point, when you deposit the check usually clear depending on account 2 to 14 days. Then at that point, your money will get wired to you. And I already have plenty of receipts to show that people get paid. Like ain't nobody running off with no money. So you good on that. So yeah, let's talk about the Navy Federal auto loan conversion. So everybody know about auto loan conversion from Navy. So they kind of tighten up. So don't quote me, but I want to say they state specific, meaning like um if you in Texas, for instance, you got to deal with a dealership that's out of Texas now. Don't quote me, but Navy Federal is just not it really right now. Like they changing on the APRs. I mean, they charging you a daily. I think a daily interest come November or September, one of the months. They're gonna start charging you a daily interest on your credit cards. The auto conversion, they was real popular for years, but obviously gurus got it, dropped it on their page, dropped it in their mentorships, and people burnt it up. So they're kind of tightened up, and they pull from TransUnion. So getting the auto primary from me for Equifax to go try to go in Navy Federal, it might not be ideal. You know what I'm saying? You still can convert it though. You still can convert it with Navy Federal. It's just uh, I don't like to deal with headaches, and right now Navy Federal is a headache. So I just stick with what I know and what I've been doing. Don't get me wrong, I have did Navy Federal and was successful. It's just here lately they tighten up. I had 150K on the floor with Navy Federal and didn't succeed. So that was enough to keep me away from them for a while. But at the time when I had that 150K on the floor with Navy Federal, I didn't have all my shit in order. So that's what this is about. Like in this game, you gonna make mistakes. So shit, you gotta know how to come back from the mistakes or right your wrongs. So like I say, I dropped the ball with like 147 or something in Navy Federal, but it was another day in the office for me. He be like that sometimes. Another guy, I dropped the ball with him. I think I had 70 on the floor. So, but I have cash probably over a quarter million. So it's all good on the auto conversion. That is. Can y'all hear me or y'all can hear me? Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay, cool. Free my mind 24, Louisiana. You don't have to base your funding off Louisiana. You can get funded from anywhere in the world. You can come right across the bridge in Texas. We got plenty of banks that'll fund you. So don't worry about where you at because just because where you at don't mean you can't have access to banks in other places. When I started to call, I told y'all to set up American Consumer Council and Fitness Financial Association. Those will give you access to plenty of credit unions. When you sign up, they got a list of all the credit unions they offer. So I'll start there if you're looking for funding, setting up a banking relationship. Everything you do, you want to set up a banking relationship, meaning like um, get a checking, get a savings, get all these sticky products. If you got direct deposit or transfer that direct deposit. If you in the streets, if you're in the streets, get with me so I can help you get your payroll stuff set up and you can start getting transition out of the streets before it be too late. I know y'all know what they doing in the drug game right now. So if you in it, you need to be transitioned out so you can be out here with your family because they ain't playing about them drugs y'all choose to sell. So I just try to motivate the street people and the people that isn't in the streets because I was once in them streets. So just try to motivate y'all, man, by telling y'all my story and how I did it and how I corrected it. I'm gonna get on here, try to get on here daily, and give y'all game, man, on different topics. So I know a little bit about everything: credit, funding, trust, incorporating your name, uh, business structure, shelf courts, funding, business trade line, personal trade lines, how to buy a house in 6 months. Like, I know a little bit about everything, so I definitely try to motivate people to do better and actually get in where they can fit in. So I'm guessing you just joining. So I'm gonna answer your question. Autos are 1K to 3K for Equifax. They'll post this month. The highest line is 95,000. You can DM me on any one of these platforms and we can discuss it. The link, if you're ready to sign up, is on my story, on my Instagram story. So the suite, we'll roll that out this week. It'll be case by case per bureau. So we'll be charging by the bureau. If you want all three, it'll be one price. If you want one bureau, it'll be another price. And then the fresh line won't help you for the sweep. Like, you need to get those the primary could help you. The fresh line won't help you because it's a new account. You know what I'm saying? So you need to add those credit builders accounts. If you're taking the stairs, if you're taking the elevator, you need to add those backdated primaries and things like that. So that's kind of where we get in. Hopefully I answered that question for you. Nonprofit organizations, you can do whatever you need to do. It's a nonprofit, so it's already money that they funding through the government and things like that for nonprofit, but that's not really my lane. So I can't really speak on nonprofits like that. I know about it, but as far as funding, I'm pretty sure it's the same route as anything else, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, that fresh line not gonna help. Not gonna help y'all. It's just a fresh line, just so y'all can see that it actually posts, kind of understand what it is, and y'all helping me get set up with the bureaus. But at 90 days, that fresh line, we can update it to paid as agreed or whatever. Obviously, it'll be a fee at that point, which might be 2 or 3% of what is on the file. We don't really know yet because it's something that we just rolled out. A lot of the programs I'm talking about, we just rolled those out in the last few months or so. So we kind of doing some data testing. They sweet. They real sweet. DCU, real sweet. For auto loans and credit cards. So get in there while they fresh. They pretty easy. Get in there, get the bank account first. If you working a job, change your direct positive over there. Put some money in their bank account. Let's get busy. They definitely sweet. And they pull from Equifax, so they'll be ideal for this line. Shut it live, y'all. Let's go. I'm gonna ride to y'all. I'm gonna ride to y'all till y'all done and get all y'all questions in. Let's go. So I'm Ken. I'm Print Money Ken for the people that don't know me. I explain how I got that name or why I started calling myself that name later. But out of Fort Worth, Texas, man, I know y'all heard of Southern slang, Southern drawl. Um, been in this space for the last 4 years, but the time don't matter. Just because I got in the space late don't mean that I'm not knowledgeable enough. Because I'm one of those fast track guys, so I kind of paid my way up to the top, either by losing, learning, lessons or actually running the plays. So I'm not telling you nothing that I ain't did. All right, bought my house, got a new build house. That's what I'm currently in. My work office in. I'll spin the camera if y'all want to see. Um, I was in the rental car space doing Turo. That shit is a headache. So if you're thinking about that, you might want to reposition or rethink. Did a little bit of funding for myself and a few others. That's kind of it's good money, but it's a headache too because you're gonna have people that's not really putting in the work. So um, I know about trust, setting up living trust, setting up irrevocable trusts, things like that. I know a little bit about taxes. I don't file taxes. I just know a little bit about it. I still need a tax strategist or somebody that's real knowledgeable in the business side of taxes and things like that. But pretty much one of them people that know a little bit about everything. So y'all got questions, it's the time to answer. Y'all need a phone call. The phone call definitely gonna cost. More questions coming in. Let's go. This is the type of party I like. So I just dropped the banner that's on the post. Them all the platforms you can reach me on. Instagram inbox might be cool. Like I say, I won't reach out to you. You'll have to reach out to me, and at that point, I definitely will probably send a voice message. But the primary, if you weren't ready to purchase, it's a link on my Instagram story for. You can convert as many autos they let you convert. So if you go get 5 different autos from 5 different banks at the same time, or within a 15 to 20 day time frame, you can convert them all. So ideally, I didn't one got 4 cars before on one profile. Um, One of the mentors I was in, he got 30 some cars. One of the mentors I was following way when I was getting cars, he had got like 30 cars. So if you go to all the banks that do auto conversion, you can definitely convert all those autos. Dealership would be the easiest route. Some people still trying to do personal loans. I mean, personal lenders, they having a lot of drawback, but I ain't saying it don't work. So hopefully that answered your question. We drop our game weekly. Like we was doing weekly calls every Sunday where we was just giving out a whole bunch of games. So like I say, I'm gonna start back probably doing like a Zoom where we do the funding plays for the personal side, because that's where a lot of people is stuck at. Like every guru can tell you about funding and what the funding requirements is, but you gotta know how to get there. You can't go get funding with recent late payments, so you gotta know how to get those late payments off. Can't go get funding with uh minimum to no accounts. You gotta know how to put the right proper accounts on there to maximize funding. So it's a lot of things that they're not talking about that you will need to get funding. So there's definitely there's definitely a way to get funding. Dorsey, I see you ready to get busy. I'm gonna inbox me so I can send you a number so I can get on the phone call with you. Inbox me your number on Instagram, Dorsey, if you're still on the call. I see you just made that payment and you serious. Any questions, concerns, y'all share the lives. Let's go. People need to see this information. Highly recommend. I'm ready to argue with anybody that say this zombie dead posted with the paperwork without no proof. You got to show proof. You can't just get on here talking. So if anybody in the comment to chat talking about they posting Zombie Dead and they not a data furniture, tell them to join the live. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna put them on screen, and we can definitely go ball for ball. Yeah, you can probably put your guru on. We can go ball for ball. Giving that game as always. Bank's good for auto conversions. DCU connects his credit union. I got a list of them, bro. I'm gonna give y'all 5 since y'all stayed this far. Hold up. Let me go to my notes real quick. Got plenty of them. Since we talking about the Equifax backdated line, I'm gonna give y'all 3 that pull Equifax. That's good. Y'all stayed to the end. Y'all ready? Let's go. I'm finna give y'all 5 banks. Let's go. This is what we do. Give a heavy game. Shut her live. Let's go. Give a heavy game. Not none of that watered down shit that ain't working no more. So I'm gonna give y'all 3 that report to Equifax. Y'all ready? Let's go. I gave y'all 1, Digital Credit Union. That's DCU. Everybody is approved. They don't have no digital footprint, meaning you could be anywhere in the world and get approved for a bank account. I always set up the banking account first. Set up the banking account, set up the savings account, do business with them. Align Credit Union. I think they in like Illinois. If you part of that American Consumer Council, you part of that Fitness Financial Association. One is $15, one is $8. It's all it take to get in. And then ACC or American Consumer Council, you can put in a code, I believe, and you can get it for free. Align Credit Union, Pentagon, DCU. It's 3 that pull Equifax that you can auto convert with. Once you buy the line, I'm gonna give you the list of all the Equifax banks I know. So you can apply for the account and then apply for the auto primary. So you can apply for the account and then apply for the auto conversion. You don't tell the bank it's auto conversion. You just ask them for an auto loan. Once you ask for the auto loan, you get approved. They'll mail you the check. Once you mail you the check, that's when you'll contact me and we can get busy. But this is what we do. We drop game. We drop heavy game too, not nothing that's watered down, ain't working, and then you go do all the work and then it's a dead end. So hopefully y'all was taking notes and y'all stayed this long. For Consumer Council, now the code is not ACC. I think it's let me look for you. I can't remember what the code is. 1 second. Put you. That code for American Consumer Council is service. And under the promo code or membership, you'll put in service. That accounts where you don't have to pay the $15 to set up with them. and they give you that certificate immediately to answer that question. So, American Consumer Council, um, let's give you access to those credit unions that everybody talk about, like Pacheco and NAHFCU. It's so many of them, like American Consumer Council and Fitness Financial Association. I think I might be saying it wrong, but we can definitely have another conversation where we break that down. But you need to join both of those credit unions that'll get access to a lot of credit unions in the world. So just because you're in Louisiana or you're in Mississippi or wherever you're at in the world, you don't have to use bank that's in your area. It will be ideal, but if you're in the area where they're not giving out money, you got to go to the areas that's giving out money. So we talking about personal right now, but like on the business side, that's where foreign filings come in. That's where setting up your business, LLCs in other states, and setting your online business to get access to those banks in those areas, like Andrews Federal Credit Union and things like that, the DMV area, or John Hopkins Bank in Baltimore for the auto conversion. So it's just different things like that. And when you've been in this game for a while, you'll know how to navigate the world to get to these banks that give out the money, or you'll know what type of company to set up and where to foreign file to access that money. So when you foreign filing and things like that, y'all gonna understand that we talking about business. When you foreign filing and things like that, you gotta understand that taxes and all that come into play as well. So it might not make sense for you to foreign file in a certain states, but just a little gem, man. But we're gonna get back on this personal side with these primaries, these auto primaries. I know y'all want to ride GLE 63s and Escalade V's and all these old fancy cars. So this your way in right here with the auto primary. If you're not concerned about the car, then you could definitely do the auto primary to get you a high approval for the auto conversion. And then y'all know me, so y'all can definitely convert. So just some funding plays that you can use as an alternate way to get your clients funding. So I know a lot of y'all's in the credit repair space and don't have real access to funding plays with people with low credit scores, or clients don't have money to buy auto primaries, or they don't have money to buy certain things to boost them up. So this is just some things you can do. Key in the auto primary, the Equifax one. I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody else, when the line posts, you need to utilize it for things out of our control. The line that posts to all three bureaus, I think it lasts for a year, but the one that I'm referring to right now, when that line posts, you need to be at the bank, the car dealership, or wherever it is you're trying to use the line at, because the only job is for me to post it. If it's going to stay 90 days, and I can't guarantee it's going to stay 90 days for things out of my control. So ideally, it's for people that's already in position and just need that extra boost, or want a specific car and they using that to get that car comprehensive car credit up. That's what those is what those auto primaries are for, or to even get a high approval on auto conversion loans. We talking about personal today. Tomorrow we'll talk about business and things like that. Which I don't like to talk. I don't like to talk about business a lot because every guru in the space is talking about business credit and business funding and no no social security bullshit, and man, that shit bullshit. But a lot of creators is in the space talking about that, so I don't really hit on. I don't like to hit on business credit. I like to stay with personal because this is the meat and potatoes. If you ain't got your personal credit in order, like you're not getting far. Like, let's be honest. Nobody don't want no damn built card and capital on top. That shit a charge card where you link in your bank account and they put you in the red. Like, nobody want that shit. Like, you want real unsecured credit cards with high limits that you can actually liquidate to really get rolling. You don't want no damn charge card that you got to pay back every month and you ain't got the income coming in. Cause it's one of three things that's wrong. You got the money, but don't got the credit. You got the credit, but don't got the money, or you got bad credit, no guidance, and no funding. So the meat and potatoes is the personal credit. We drop game weekly, so we one of those playmakers that drop heavy game. We on all platforms. As you see, your name is on all platforms. I'm gonna repeat for the people that just come in. I will not inbox you about nothing. You'll have to initiate the conversation. So if somebody inbox you talking about they part of my team, you get scammed, that's on you. I definitely won't inbox you. Got to inbox me. That's the information at the bottom of the screen. All platforms. Pre-money kin on all platforms. No one in my name, nothing. It's a rare name, so it should be easy to find. Y'all shut it live. The page is public. Y'all shut it live so we can get people in here so they can get a good understanding of what's going on. For them gurus talking about they got primaries and they submitting with the dead update later, get them here. So get them here so we can get them here so we can see what's going on. So Joey, it depends on your file. If your file is already prepared, like if you only got one bureau that you're ready to go get funding with, I'll stick with that one bureau to get funding and then build up those other two bureaus to get funding. But it's up to you. So to maximize funding, you obviously you would want to try to hit all those bureaus, but to maximize funding, you want to probably try to hit all those bureaus. But if you can't, for some reason, then use the bureau with the highest score and the most structure on it first to get funding, and then leverage it. That's what I would do. But of course, to maximize funding, yeah, get it on the personal side, leverage that for 90 days, and then go to the business side to maximize the funding. If you just joining, I was telling them earlier, I have a mortgage primary where we're offering a home improvement loan for 100K. It's a 30% back end fee. So that's something we definitely offering. The auto conversion loan is something we offering as well. I can't tell you the amount on that because I don't know. That comes with a 25% back end fee to get it converted where it be straight cash. So that's at least, 130 to 140 we talking about in funding, not even in this straight cash, not even we got to the credit cards yet. That's what we offering just with the primaries. We'll discuss the suite when it comes, but you'll definitely have to it'll have to be another product added so the money you spent, you can get your money back at least within, 30 days or so. Get your money back and some within 30 days or so. Yeah, they definitely ain't got no proof. Everybody talking about what they got, but ain't got no proof. I'm here to argue right now. So if y'all know somebody talking about they got primaries, tag them in here, tell them to jump on. Let's go. Or we can argue with the best of them. Shut alive. Tell me calling all you gurus out. My face is showing. I ain't got no voice. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna change my voice real quick. See what they be doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my voice like they be doing the shit. Like, change my voice so you don't know it's me. Yeah.
And all that old shit. That's what they be doing to y'all. Be getting y'all money, man. Spend a little money to change their voice to get y'all money. They ain't got no proof. They tell y'all what they can do. Ain't got no proof. Ain't got no client proof. They ain't got no recent receipts or nothing. They showing you something from 2020 before COVID when it might have been working. They ain't showing you nothing after COVID. Y'all on there. For my YouTube people, I got one for y'all. We finna do the Credit Crusader.
He one of those that changed his voice and tricked all them people out of their money into buying that zombie dead course. Yeah, we gonna talk about his ass too.
He one of the ones I'm talking about. He dropped some good content, don't get me wrong, but that zombie dead shit is not valid, so I know y'all follow a bunch of creators. Tag their ass in the post. Let's go. Tag them in here. Let's do this. Yeah. So Carrollton, the small primaries is cool. I don't know exactly what you're trying to do, but obviously you need age on them. So to blend that file to get where you want, you might need to add some authorized users to get your age or credit limit. I mean your age up. Uh, two with a bunch of time on it, 20, 30 years. That'll get your age up. And then you just probably start need to do around the funding based off Equifax. So banks that pull Equifax to try to get to where you need to be since you already got a decent score. You just posted that, so I'm just trying to respond to your questions. Ty, I got 100K mortgage, yes, but I'm saying if you bought a mortgage, we offering 100. The mortgage gonna be 100K or more, but if you buy the mortgage primary, which they different prices, we doing a home improvement loan for at least 100K, but it's a 30% back end fee. So you get approved, you walking away with 70,000. Plus, if you did the auto conversion, which I believe you already did the auto conversion, so for the people that don't believe what's going on, can you speak on it in the chat, or I'll try to pull you up. You ain't got to jump on live. Just speak in the chat. I think you did business with me before, so I'm gonna let you speak since you wanted the receipts. That's on the live for the auto conversion for the people that don't believe, the non-believers. Did you get all your money? Did you get half your money? Did you get stalled? Like, just no offense, but saying he legit ain't gonna cut it. You gotta do more than that. Did you get all your money that you was supposed to get? Was it discussed prior to that? Like, you gotta talk about it. I'm trying to get the gurus in here to argue. Trying to get somebody in here think they know what they talking about, so we can get to the bottom of it. Trying to get to the bottom of it today. Tomorrow we're gonna run this back till we get to the bottom of it. If y'all got them banks I gave out, put a one in the chat. Fire emoji or any of that, depending on where you at. Put a one in the chat or a fire emoji. If y'all got them banks I dropped, gonna give yourself a round of applause. I'll give y'all one. Y'all got them. Y'all got them banks, the Equifax banks I dropped earlier. When y'all buy this line, y'all can get it. So Miss Profit, Credit, or Bree, I don't have a site because a site is like some scam shit in my opinion. So I don't do a site. I do more client to client or one-on-one basis and try to drop the information or send you a voice note or things like that on what you need. I don't do a site because a lot of those sites is scam sites. So if somebody posting primaries on the site, it's probably a scam. So I want to make sure the client, or if you in between, I want you to be knowledgeable enough to tell your client so everybody can be on one accord, so it don't be no mishaps. Because the last time we did this, we was kind of all over the place and it wasn't as structured. So this go around is gonna be very structured, very detailed, and things like that. But ideally, when you get those lines, you need to be trying to get the clients need to go get whatever type of funding they're going to get as soon as the line posts, just to maximize the line. Because how it worked, usually when a bureau shuts you down, they take the line off the critic. So that's why we're telling people, hey, the line posts, if I say it posts on the 20th, I go to hitting people up and, hey, do your line posted? Y'all need to be going to the dealership, to the bank, or wherever you're going to get what you need. Yeah, the good critic mix. So, Bree, I also got mortgage primaries, auto primaries, personal loan primaries. I have several primaries that they can take advantage of that they can definitely use. And that mix that I just mentioned, that should put them in very good predicaments for funding. But those that post all three, they're a little bit more expensive. So they will be for them clients that got money but need the credit and trying to do it overnight, that ain't gonna be tripping on spending the money to get it right back. So Carlton, if you need, hit me up. I dropped where you can reach me at all platforms. Instagram might be the easiest to get me to respond for the voice note, but any one of the platforms you can reach me on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, um, YouTube is Print Money Ken, Facebook is Ken Davis. So if you want to chat or talk about those primaries, you can definitely hit me up. We can discuss it in pricing and all that. The link for the Equifax line, the link for the Equifax, the link for the Equifax Backdated line is already on my story. Get them gurus here. Bring them gurus on out. Tell them to come on. I'm trying to talk. We're trying to have a conversation. We're trying to put somebody on the hot seat. Trying to put somebody on the hot seat. Trying to put somebody on the hot seat. One's giving y'all that false information about this zombie dead, and they can post all these lines, and they can post credit card mortgages and autos, and they showed you no proof. They don't got no house. They don't got no expensive car. They ain't got no clients saying they can do it. Nothing. Yeah, those sites. So that's all it is scam sites. That's why I don't have one. I don't have a scam site. I don't reach out to people telling them what I have or nothing. You have to reach out to me, and then we could go from there. But yeah, if you see a website talking about they got auto primaries, y'all gonna lose y'all money. That's why I dropped the information. You're not seeing a real person. You're not talking to nobody. Just you gotta hope and hope and pray that it's gonna happen, and it ain't gonna happen. So I had a guy trying to argue me down one day about it, saying he got somebody that can post the line, etc. I'm like, okay, well, send me how the line look. He sent me a screenshot of how the line look, and they said Wells Fargo. I was like, bro, you lost your money. That's ain't no way possible they can post a line from Wells Fargo. Like, ain't no way possible. So he went to arguing with me and all that. And then I hit him up. I was like, so what happened with the line? Did it post? He like, oh, well, I got my money back. Oh, really? I don't think he got his money back. I think he lost, and he just telling me, so I wouldn't ride down on him because we definitely argued about it. And I was like, bro, you're not going to get no money back. You lost your money. They took that. They can't even post the line based off what you showed me. So all they doing is making websites saying they got primaries, and then they'll run up a bag on their website till they get funding. And then not till they get funding. They'll run up a bag on their website until somebody get it shut down. Then they'll just make another website with the same setup saying they got primaries. You gotta think if it took them $100 to make a website, and then they already got like a template to put everything on the website, and it's less than $200-300. If they get 5 people to pay at $8,000 a piece, expecting them to win, they just won $5,000 off a $250 investment. So of course it's clutch. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't go for that. All they doing is like all those scam sites. If y'all follow me on TikTok, I'm dropping the scam sites on there. The scam sites on when I see them, when they pop up, I share them. Like, come on, man. Look at the bottom of the screen. The date on the screen gonna show you that the website was set up this year. They form a payment gonna be met that you can't get your money back. BTC or something like that. So yeah, y'all gotta stay woke. Like people gonna keep getting y'all. People gonna definitely keep getting y'all if you don't stay woke. Y'all ran out of questions. What's up? What we doing? I don't see nobody drop no fire in the chat that y'all get those banks. Y'all get those banks for those auto conversions for Equifax or nah? Was y'all on the live then or what? Yeah, it breeds wild, but I mean, when you don't know, you don't know. When you don't know, you don't know. So they're gonna keep getting you. The sweeps we dropping this week, it take literally 7 to 10 days, bro. It'll be bureau by bureau though. So each bureau you're gonna have to pay for. So if you want a specific bureau, that's cool. If you want all three bureaus, that's cool as well. But take quicker than that, but give me 7 to 10 days, complete sweep. Yeah, you give, like you say, you lead the horse to water. You can't make them drink. Like I give people ways to go get funding for themselves, or the people that's in the critical repair space. I'm giving them funding plays, and all these people I didn't encounter with, ain't nobody brought me no receipts, but they asked me where to go, and I tell them where to go, and ain't nobody said what her A key and her go to receipts where I got my client funded, so I can share it I can share they wins to my platform, or I can share they wins to my Instagram, or I can share they wins to my story. So I just win in silent. And a lot of stuff I don't even post. Like I don't share all the wins. I'm pretty sure it's people on all platforms that have won dealing with me. I don't even be sharing it. I don't even be sharing the wins. So your moral of the story: don't believe in the zombie debt hype or the debt reassignment hype or the websites telling people can post primaries. Just don't believe in none of them hypes, and don't be losing y'all money to nobody that's willing to put their face behind their brand behind their product, and actually stand on business. Like a lot of people talking about it, but can't do it. Like I didn't drop the ball on several things as well, but I didn't either made it right or made up for it. But I didn't drop the ball too because I'm human. I'm not a robot. So some things do fall through. Some things do fall through the cracks. But if y'all looking for somebody reputable that's actually gonna handle the business, then I'm definitely one of those people. I'm not your favorite guru for sure. I'm not riding around in fancy cars and um, Airbnb houses and stuff. I'm a regular degular. Yeah, Critical Sata, Critical Sata got great content, honestly. Like I can't take nothing from him. Like his content is good. And a lot of his stuff does work, but that zombie dead shit does not work. So yeah, he should take that down because that shit is not valid. But a lot of his other stuff is valid. I was following him for a while and still follow him. So a lot of his stuff is valid, but that zombie dead reassignment course is not valid. So Credit Crusade is who you're referring to. He got good content though for sure. Could have tagged him, tell him to talk about that zombie dead course. Bet you he wouldn't have had nothing to say. Should have tagged him. I promise you, he wouldn't have had nothing to say. Yeah, that zombie debt, give up on that. That shit ain't gonna work. You're gonna either lose your money getting the debt, because it's just like with the zombie debt and buying the debt portfolios, you gonna lose three ways. So first you're gonna lose trying to get the single debt, automatically gonna lose. You're gonna get scammed on that. And then if you jump out there and buy a debt portfolio, most people that sell debt portfolios want to sell you $1 million portfolio. Like if they break down a portfolio, they're gonna sell it to you in $1 million segments. That $1 million segment gonna be 25 to 3,500. Then once you get that, if you don't know what you're doing, you can't post that debt. It's gonna be out of stat debt. So it's no way physically possible you can post it without a Metro 2 format. So you're gonna be stuck with it. So if you're going to buy the debt first, you already started backwards. You gotta become a data furnisher. You gotta become a data furnisher first to um you gotta get credentialed in with the credit bureaus to mm, post the debt, and you gotta get credentialed in to the specific part you want to post. So if you're not credentialed in as a bank, you can't post credit cards, mortgages, and autos. You know what I'm saying? You can only post what you're credentialed in. If you get credentialed in to be a debt collection company, you can't post primary. You can't post good primaries. You can only post collection accounts. So that's another myth we're gonna, break down when our other fellow gurus put that information in his course, didn't never run a play, copied everything that I was saying and put it in his course, and I didn't get paid for it. And then this shit wasn't even working. So that's kind of how uh that happened as well. Yeah, I don't waste y'all time with that zombie deck. Real Simon shit. Just you wasting your time, big time. All over the board, you wasting your time. Yeah, Bree, they don't do all that when you get set up. It's a scare tactic. If you don't know, you'll think they'll do it. But like I say, I got a whole little mentorship on if you want to become your own data furniture. But if you don't have a bunch of credit clients that's ready to pay, then um I wouldn't even worry about I wouldn't even worry about doing that if you don't got a bunch of credit clients to pay, because it's not gonna be beneficial to you to go through the whole process and then be stuck with your codes, and you ain't got enough clients to pay. You ain't got enough paying clients where it'll make sense for you. Okay, we got about 5 more minutes, man. I think I gave y'all enough for today. Got 5 more minutes to get y'all questions in. Gonna try again tomorrow. See where we at. Let's run it, Bree. Nice to meet you too. If I haven't met you already. I see some people just join. If y'all got some questions, let's go and get them going. Go and get an answer. We about a 5 minute countdown. Y'all surely is quiet.